In the very beginning, before time had drawn its first breath, and before the world had taken shape, there existed God, eternal, unchanging, complete within himself. The concept of time hadn't yet been conceived. Days, years, eons, all were still unwritten in the book of existence. There was no sky to stretch endlessly above, no sea to roll and crash against distant shores, no star to ignite the velvety expanse of night. No vibrant colors adorned the canvas of the void, and no sound dared disturb the profound silence. Only God, majestic, holy, and infinite, hovered above the formless waters of nothingness. Then God spoke. Not with the words that humans use, not with syllables that mortal tongues could frame, but with a voice so mighty that the very essence of creation trembled into being. "Let there be light," he declared, and in that instant light broke forth, radiant and pure. It was not yet tethered to the glow of a newborn sun or the flickering dance of flames, but light in its most primal, perfect form. It poured into the darkness like a flood of glory, chasing back the shadows that had no power to resist. God saw the light and called it good. It's not merely bright or functional, but good in a deep, divine way, reflecting his own nature. He named the light day and the darkness night, and so the dance of evening and morning began. The first day came to be. On the second day, God looked into the swirling waters and said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." And suddenly the expanse of the heavens stretched wide, a vast, invisible dome dividing the waters below from the misty waters above. The atmosphere formed. The sky unfolded like a blue scroll across the world, and air filled the space between the chaos. God named this expanse heaven, not the eternal throne room of glory, but the sky, a place where clouds would one day gather and birds would soar. Again, he saw that it was good. Evening came, morning followed. The second day was complete. Then God turned his gaze upon the waters below the sky and called for order. "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear." And the command echoed, and the waters obeyed. They rushed back with the power of purpose, revealing mountains that pierced the clouds, valleys that opened wide like resting arms, and vast continents rising from the sea. He called the dry ground earth, and the waters gathered into oceans and lakes. He called them seas. And God saw that it was good. But the land, though formed, was silent and bare. So he spoke again, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit in which is their seed, each according to its kind." And suddenly, life erupted from the soil. Grasses sprang up like soft blankets across the hills. Vines curled like dancers around trees that reached to the sky. Flowers in every color, crimson, sapphire, golden, bloomed with joy. Trees heavy with figs and pomegranates, olives and apples burst into being. Each plant bore seeds, coated with future harvests, and each kind knew its kind. God looked upon the living earth and called it good. Evening passed, morning came. The third day ended in green and gold. On the fourth day, God turned to the vault of the sky and said, "Let there be lights in the heavens to separate day from night, and let them serve as signs for seasons and for days and years." And the sky obeyed. From the vastness of space emerged two great lights, the greater to rule the day and the lesser to rule the night. The sun burned like fire wrapped in glory, casting warmth and light upon the earth. The moon rose in gentle silver, peaceful and steady. And then, as if painting the night with 1,000 promises, God flung the stars into the heavens, countless and mighty. Galaxies spun. Constellations whispered their stories across the ages. The stars would become signs, markers, guides for all who looked up. God set them in the heavens with care, and once again declared it good. Evening came, morning followed. The fourth day closed beneath the stars. Then came the fifth day, and the world held its breath. God looked upon the oceans and skies now ready to be filled. He spoke, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky." And life surged forth. From the depths of the sea came whales like moving mountains, dolphins dancing in arcs, shoals of fish like silver rivers. Jellyfish glowed like underwater lanterns. Octopuses inked spirals in the deep. Insects buzzed over the waves and turtles glided like ancient mariners. Above, the sky came alive with wings. Eagles soared, falcons dove, songbirds sang. Parrots flashed with color. Owls blinked with wisdom. Each creature was unique, each one made according to its kind, crafted by God's imagination. Then for the first time, God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters and the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth." Life had begun its expansion. Evening came, morning followed. The fifth day ended with the world humming. Now the sixth day dawned, and with it the crown of creation. God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creeping things, and beasts of the earth." And so it was. The land roared to life. Lions walked with thunder in their steps. Elephants rumbled through forests. Deer leapt across fields. Bears, badgers, oxen, foxes, all the beasts took their places. Insects swarmed and scurried. Reptiles basked in the sun. Each creature bore the fingerprint of divine design. And then at the height of the day, God paused, not from fatigue, but from reverence. He was about to create not another beast, but a being unlike any other, said. "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and all the earth." From the dust of the ground, he formed man with his hands. Into the nostrils of the lifeless form, God breathed the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. Then from the man's side, he formed a woman, not to walk behind nor ahead, but beside him, equal, precious, beautiful. Male and female he created them, and he blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over all I have made." He gave them every seed-bearing plant, every fruit-bearing tree. Food was abundant, the land generous. Work was not toil, but joy. Relationship was pure and unmarred. He looked upon all he had made, from light to land, from sea to sky, from beast to bird to humankind, and saw that it was not just good, but very good. Evening came, morning followed, the sixth day completed the masterpiece. And on the seventh day, God finished his work. Not because he was weary, but because the work was whole. He rested not in withdrawal, but in delight. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy, a sacred pause to honor what had been done. The Creator entered into his creation's rhythm of rest, setting a pattern of peace for all generations to follow. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished in all their vast array. From void to vibrant, from formless to full, the world now pulsed with the breath of its maker, and it was very good. As we reflect on these timeless words, let us remember that they are more than just a story. They are a testament to the boundless creativity, power, and wisdom of our Creator. Each stroke of his voice brought forth something new and wonderful. The sun and the moon in their eternal dance. The vibrant tapestry of plants and animals, the majestic panorama of mountains and seas, and finally, the pinnacle of creation, humankind. All this was brought into being by the spoken word of God, underscoring the truth that for those who believe, God is not just the creator of all things, but also the sustainer and protector of his creation. May this story inspire awe and wonder in our hearts as we marvel at the beauty and complexity of the world around us and recognize our place within it as beings created in God's own image.